Hello, this is Akshay Rai Priyadarshi from Karunya University. Register number UR15CS307. Here, I'm writing this program to complete my experiment for the first lab in C++. The question was something like this. We have to generate a pattern looking like X where 0 should be in the middle. Okay, and then here are some do's and don'ts where minimum number of digits should be 19. Sorry, maximum number of digits should be 19 and minimum should be 3. Right now. Uh, Here we start with hash include iostream, which will include all the cout and cin functions, and then namespace std standardized, so that we don't have to use std all over the program. Wherever cout and cin is there, this is to standardize the program. And here is the main function in which we are going to write the program. Without these three, the compiler wouldn't understand what's going on. Yeah, right. So we we first declare a variable n with the initial value 1, and then we'll put the value for n more than 3 and less than 19. This if loop will automatically stop the loop if the input is more than 19. So here it is showing else limit is 0. So this under if in this if loop, now we initialize some more variables which will be used further. This for loop, there are few for loops like 1, 2, 3. I'll explain you with the question. See here, this for loop is for the number of rows, and then this for loop is for leaving spaces in each row and then printing one out after these spaces in each row, and then again this for loop for leaving some more space and then again print one. So I'll explain you here. First for loop for was for this part. This part is a triangle, a right angle triangle with spaces, and then the one is printed, and then again the spaces are left with the triangle I showed you in the program, right? And then again we print one. Going back to the program. So after this, we are putting. But this was first part of the pattern. Now after this, we are making this for loop to leave spaces according to our input, after which we'll print 0. This is the middle of the pattern. Here let me show you. This space will be left with fourth for loop, and then a 0 will be printed. Then going down the program, yeah, after printing 0, then the reverse process starts for the second part of the pattern. First first for loop for the number of rows, and then leaving spaces with this for loop, then printing 1, and again leaving spaces and again printing 1. This is how we end the program. And I told you that limit is 19, right? Here in the second for loop, we are leaving this much spaces, then we are printing 1, again leaving this much spaces, printing 1. So this is the second part of the for loop, and sorry, pattern. And here the pattern is complete. Let me show you the output. Suppose we enter 9. See, the pattern is like this, similar to the question, right? X. Here also we have pressed X. First we left spaces for this part, and then printed 1, again left spaces for this part, and again printed 1. And then this space according to the input, then printed 0, again this much space, 1 space 1. Yeah. Now let's try another input. Let's take 19. That's the limit, right? So it will still print. As you can see, it is still printing. Now if we go beyond 19, suppose 20, it will show limit is 19. This is because of this if loop, which was in the beginning, and hence our program is successful So I conclude here. Thank you.